Hey there YouTube, it's Bobi aka Paginator, and I'm here today to do my November TBR using my lovely deck of TBR cards. So I will be drawing 5 cards to read and inspire my reads for the month of November. I will post a separate wrap-up for October because even when you're seeing this, it's not going to be November yet. I just want to be prepared because the week that I'm going to have is going to be super busy, and this is my only night to really film anything. Anyway, wrap-up for October will come later. TBR for November is today. So I have my deck here, and I am going to be pulling 5 cards and picking books inspired by those cards to read in the month of November. And the first card I pulled says, read a book with a creature on the cover, real or fictional. Okay, so for this one I am going to be picking Blood and Honey by Shelby Mayhearn. And this is the sequel to Serpent and Dove, which is a witch/wish hunter hate to love romance kind of story. And I can't really tell you where this one starts plot-wise because I'll spoil things for the end of the previous one. But this does have a couple of creatures. We've got a snake here, and then in the center we have got a bird. So definitely creatures on the cover. Round 2, what have we got? Read a book with a robot cyborg or AI character. Okay, so for this one I'm going to go with The Sound of Stars by Alicia Dow. This is a book that came to me in the Book of the Month Club a little while ago, and I haven't gotten to it yet. And we have 2 characters, Ellie Baker, who is a 17-year-old human girl who's breaking some rules in this new society since things have kind of gone crazy. And then we also have a character called MORR1S, who was raised to be emotionless, and he finds Ellie's illegal library because her rule breaking is involving books. Sounds good, right? And he's duty bound to deliver her for execution. The trouble is he finds himself drawn to human music and in desperate need of more. They're both breaking rules for the love of art, and Ellie inspires the same feelings in him that music does. So there's probably going to be a bit of a romance between these 2 characters as well. That reminds me very much of a book that I just finished reading, and I'll talk about that in my wrap-up for the month of October. Alright, round 3. What does this one say? Read a dynamic duo book focused on 2 characters. Alright, for this one I am finally going to read They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I've had this book on my shelf for ages, and I'm going to read it because it's definitely focused on 2 characters. In this book we have Rufus and Mateo, and they both are given the same death date. In this world, people find out the day that they're going to die, and these 2 are going to spend their last day together, or their end day, and I believe that it is going to be a romance between the 2 characters, and spoiler, they both die at the end. So will I probably cry? Yep. Alright, round 4. Read a book with a map. I think I've got a couple. Alright, that took a little minute, but I found one with a map, and I have Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. This came out quite a while ago, I think a few summers ago actually, and it's very... I get the idea that's very Vegas inspired, like playing cards and gambling and shady stuff going on with that. And it says, welcome to the city of sin where casino families reign, gangs infest the streets, and secrets hide in every shadow. And our main character is N. Salta. And that's about all I want to find out about that right now. Okay, last card to pick for the month of November, and it says, read the highest Goodreads rated book on your TBR. Good thing I've got my iPad here. I will look that up. Alright, so looking at my TBR list on Goodreads, the books that I want to read and listing them by rating, it is going to be Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. This is the sequel to Strange the Dreamer, and I have heard only good things. I've just been super hesitant because I loved the first book so much, And this is not the first time that I've told myself I'm going to read it, but I'm going to do my darndest to read it in the month of November. Also in November we have NaNoWriMo going on, and I'm still debating whether I'm going to do that or not because I am still teaching and in grad school and all this other stuff. So do I want to write an entire novel in the month of November? Yes. Do I have time? I don't know. So that's to be resolved still. But anyway, I do have my 5 books for my November TBR now picked out, and I feel like I've got some really good ones. In the month of October, some of the ones I pulled were like, oh, I don't know about this one. Yeah, anyway. But we'll get to all that in the wrap-up video. So, for now, have a wonderful and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.